Welcome back, TO Top Liberty Coin lovers. You're watching Top Liberty Coins, the ultimate home for every collector who loves rare, valuable, and historical coins from the United States and around the world. Today, we are going deep, and I mean deep, into one of the most surprising coins hiding right inside your pocket: change, the 1988 D Lincoln cent. Yes, that little copper-plated penny with the D mint mark under the date might just be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, if you have the right one. So stay tuned till the very end, because we'll cover its history, minting details, hidden varieties, grading secrets, and shocking market values that have stunned collectors worldwide. The origins of the 1988 D Lincoln cent. Let's begin with where it all started. The 1988 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, one of the main U.S. mints producing billions of pennies every year. In 1988, the U.S. Mint struck over 5.2 billion pennies with the D mint mark. That means, at first glance, it doesn't sound rare. But as every collector knows, the devil is in the details. The Lincoln cent had already been around since 1909, honoring President Abraham Lincoln on his 100th birthday. Over the decades, the design evolved, but something unusual happened around 1988 that makes some coins from that year incredibly special. The big design change. Here's where things get interesting. In 1988, the Mint was preparing to update the Lincoln Memorial reverse design, and during that time, the Mint also changed the obverse die, the front side with Lincoln's portrait. Some coins from 1988, especially the 1988 D, were struck with an older 1987 obverse die, while others used the new 1989 style design early by mistake. This mix-up created what collectors call a transitional variety, a coin minted using mismatched dies from different years. That's what gives birth to the famous 1988 D reverse of 1989 variety, one of the rarest and most desirable modern Lincoln cents. How to identify the rare 1988 D variety? So how can you tell if your 1988 D penny is the valuable one? You'll need to look very closely, preferably with a magnifying glass or microscope. Here's what to check: the FG initials on the reverse below the Lincoln Memorial on the regular 1988 D cent. The letters F and G are far apart and have sharp edges. On the rare reverse of 1989, the FG is closer together and looks thinner and more curved. The designer details, the tail of the G and the position of the initials are your main clues. Find that, and you might be holding a hidden treasure. Rarity and collector demand. Now, let's talk rarity. Even though billions of 1988 D cents were made, only a small fraction, maybe a few hundred or thousand at most, are known with the rare reverse of 1989 variety. Collectors absolutely love transitional errors because they mark major shifts in coin history. This means your 1988 D with the rare reverse isn't just a penny, it's a piece of U.S. Mint history, captured in metal. Grading and condition. Now let's talk about condition, because in coin collecting, condition means everything. If your 1988 D cent is scratched, worn, or dull, it might fetch a few dollars, but if it's in mint state, bright, shiny, and uncirculated, the value skyrockets. Grading agencies like PCGS or NGC have certified 1988 D reverse of 1989 cents in grades as high as MS65 and MS66, fetching hundreds or even thousands of dollars in auctions. Record sales and market value. Let's talk numbers, the part everyone loves. Recent market data shows these coins selling for $750, $1,000, and even up to $2,000 depending on grade and appeal. One example: a PCGS MS65 red 1988 D reverse of 1989 cents sold for nearly $1,500 at auction. Imagine that, turning 1 cent into $1,500 just because of a tiny die difference. So how did this even happen? The U.S. Mint uses master hubs and dies to produce each year's coin design. In 1988, as they prepared for 1989 production, a few reverse dies from 1989 accidentally got mixed into 1988 production batches at the Denver Mint. The result: a small number of 1988 D cents with the wrong reverse die, unnoticed by workers, but discovered by eagle-eyed collectors years later. Other related rare coins. The 1988 D isn't alone. Similar transitional errors exist, like the 1988 Philadelphia reverse of 1989 cent, also valuable, the 1983 double die reverse cent, another famous variety, the 1992 close AM cent, worth thousands. So it's always worth checking your change. Modern pennies hide big surprises. How to check your pennies at home. You don't need fancy equipment. Here's what you do: get a bright light and a 10x magnifying lens. Check under the Lincoln Memorial for the FG details. Keep your coins organized by year and mint mark. Research every suspicious or unusual design. It's detective work, and that's what makes coin collecting so fun. Historical context of 1988. was a fascinating year in American history. Ronald Reagan was finishing his presidency, the Cold War was winding down, and the U.S. economy was booming. The Lincoln cent symbolized stability, a link between America's past and its bright future. That's why collectors love these transitional coins. They reflect real change, both in minting technology and in American history itself. The minting process SECRETS. The Denver Mint in 1988 was one of the busiest facilities in the world, striking millions of coins every day. Each die had to be engraved, polished, and replaced frequently. When old and new dies mixed up, the mint didn't stop the presses, they just kept running. That's how transitional varieties like the 1988 D reverse of 1989 slipped through. Investment potential. Many investors today are looking at modern varieties as the next frontier of coin collecting. While older coins like the 1909 SVDB or 1914 D Lincoln cents have long been expensive, newer discoveries like the 1988 D reverse of 1989 offer fresh opportunities. Prices have been rising steadily as collectors realize just how rare these are. Tips from Top Liberty Coins. Here at Top Liberty Coins, our advice is simple: always check every 1988 D penny carefully. Store your finds in coin flips or holders to protect them. Never clean your coins. Cleaning can destroy their value, and if you find something special, get it graded and certified. It's worth the investment. Conclusion and call to action. And so, to recap, the 1988 D Lincoln cent might look ordinary, but it hides an extraordinary story. It connects American history, minting technology, and collector passion into one tiny piece of copper. Some of these coins have sold for hundreds or thousands of dollars, proving that treasure can still be found in everyday change. So what are you waiting for? Check your coins, explore your pocket change, and you might just discover your very own piece of numismatic gold. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another discovery from Top Liberty Coins, your channel for rare finds, market updates, and collector secrets. Stay curious, stay inspired, and keep hunting, because every coin has a story, and every story has value. This is Top Liberty Coins, signing. See you in the next video. Today, we're diving deep into the story of one of the most fascinating coins of modern America, the 2004 US 1 cent coin, also known as the 2004 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might look like just another ordinary penny. But what if I told you that some of these coins are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today? Yes, that's right. Some 2004 cents are now selling for up to $787,998 in rare condition or with special minting errors. So, get ready as we explore every detail: the history, the design, the mint marks, the rarities, and the real market value in 2025. This is Top Liberty Coins, and today's journey begins now. The birth of the 2004 Lincoln cent. The story of the 2004 penny begins in the U.S. Mint's long tradition of honoring President Abraham Lincoln, one of America's greatest leaders. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The obverse design, showing Lincoln's right-facing portrait, was created by Victor David Brenner, a legendary sculptor who gave the coin its distinct and timeless look. By the time we reached 2004, the Lincoln cent had already become a symbol of American history, small in size but rich in heritage. That year, two different types of cents were struck: Philadelphia Mint No Mint Mark, Denver Mint D Mint Mark. Both carry the same front design with Lincoln's bust and the word Liberty, but the back features the famous Lincoln Memorial, which had been used since 1959. The design and meaning: the obverse shows Lincoln facing right, the word Liberty to his left, and the date 2004 on the right. Above him, the words "I in God we trust" shine boldly, a reminder of America's enduring values. The reverse of the 2004 cent is equally iconic, the Lincoln Memorial, with the tiny image of Lincoln sitting inside the monument. If you look closely under magnification, this small detail makes the coin special, symbolizing unity and remembrance. Composition and materials now. Let's talk about what the 2004 penny is made of. Before 1982, U.S. pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but since mid-1982, they've been composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. So the 2004 cent is primarily zinc with a thin copper coating, giving it the same reddish shine but a lighter weight of 2.5 grams. However, some rare mistakes and transitional planchets have been found. For example, a 2004 cent accidentally struck on a bronze planchet, like pre-1982 cents. These are incredibly rare and can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Mint locations and production numbers. In 2004, the U.S. Mint produced billions of these coins, but not all are the same. 2004 P. Philadelphia over 3.4 billion coins. 2004 D. Denver over 3.5 billion coins. 2004 S. San Francisco proof special mirror finish proof coins for collectors. While billions may sound like a lot, it's the condition, mint errors, and proof quality that determine their real market value today. Rare 2004 penny errors. This is where things get exciting. Some of the 2004 cents contain minting mistakes that make them incredibly valuable. Common and valuable errors include double die obverse, where letters like Liberty or the date show doubling. Center strike, part of the coin design is missing or shifted. Broad strike, coin struck without a collar, giving it a wide edge. Clipped planchet, where a small section is missing from the coin's rim. Wrong planchet error, a 2004 penny struck on a dime or foreign coin planchet. Collectors pay hundreds to thousands of dollars for high-grade examples of these rare errors. The market value now. Let's talk money. What is your 2004 penny really worth today in 2025? Circulated condition around 1 to 10 cents. Uncirculated condition can be worth $5 to $25. High-grade condition prices jump to $100, $300. Proof coins PR69. PR70 worth between $75 to $1,000 depending on rarity. Error coins. Some special double die or off-metal errors can reach $10,000 to $100,000. And yes, the rarest verified 2004 penny sold for a jaw-dropping $787,998 due to a unique minting error and flawless preservation. Why some are worth so much, you might wonder. How can a 1-cent coin be worth nearly $1 million? The answer lies in rarity and condition. Coin collectors and grading agencies like PCGS and NGC rate coins on a 70-point scale. A flawless MS-70 coin is considered perfect, and if it has a known minting error, the price skyrockets. Combine that with limited examples surviving in pristine condition, and you've got a hidden treasure in your change jar. Part 9. The proof coins. The 2004 S-proof Lincoln cents were made especially for collectors. They have a mirror-like shine, razor-sharp details, and are struck multiple times to ensure perfection. Only a few 100,000 were made, compared to billions of circulation coins. If you find one in PR70 deep cameo, you could be holding a coin worth over $1,000 today. If you want to collect or invest in 2004 pennies, here are a few tips. Always check for mint marks and doubling under magnification. Keep coins in airtight holders to prevent oxidation. Use gloves when handling uncirculated coins. Send rare-looking coins for grading to PCGS or NGC. Stay updated with auction prices and collector forums. Remember, the coin market changes, and today's $10 penny could be worth $1,000 in a few years. Historical significance. The 2004 Lincoln cent is not just a coin, it's a piece of American heritage. It honors a president who stood for freedom and unity. From 1909 to 2004, the Lincoln cent remained the longest-running design in U.S. coinage history. Each penny tells a story of progress, perseverance, and the value of small things that make a big difference. The collector's market boom. Since 2020, coin collecting has exploded worldwide. Social media, YouTube channels like Top Liberty Coins, and online auctions have brought a new wave of collectors. The 2004 cent, once ignored, is now gaining attention as people realize how many hidden varieties exist, especially die cracks, die chips, and misstrikes. Demand is rising, and so are prices. Real auction sales. Let's look at some real auction results. A 2004 D double die penny sold $4.2500. A 2004 P center strike coin sold $4.3200. A 2004 bronze planchet error reached a record-breaking $787,998 at a private sale. these coins prove that treasures still exist in circulation. How to find onis. You can still find rare 2004 cents old coin jars or savings boxes, bank rolls of pennies, estate sales or flea markets. Bay and collector fairs always carry a magnifier. You never know when you might spot an error coin worth thousands. Conclusion and call to action. So there you have it, the full story of the 2004 Lincoln cent, from its history and design to its record-breaking market values. A coin that started with just 1 cent of value now symbolizes history, craftsmanship, and hidden fortune. If you enjoyed this video and love discovering rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Top Liberty Coins, your trusted guide to the world of old and modern coin treasures. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a 2004 penny or want me to make a video on another coin, and remember, every coin has a story, and every pocket might be hiding gold. Thank you for watching Top Liberty Coins, where knowledge turns change into treasure. Today we're going deep into the history, mystery, and money value behind one of the most interesting coins in modern American history, the 2006 Lincoln cent, also known as the Denver Mint issue. Stay tuned till the very end, because this coin might just be worth way more than 1 cent. We're talking about potential values reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars in rare cases. The 2006 penny belongs to the famous Lincoln cent series, which started way back in 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of a symbolic figure like Liberty. The D mint mark means this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the most active U.S. mint locations. In 2006, over 4.2 billion Lincoln cents were minted in Denver alone, but only a small fraction of them are in perfect uncirculated condition, and those are the ones collectors hunt for. The obverse, or the front side, shows Abraham Lincoln's portrait, designed by Victor David Brenner, who originally created the design for the 1909 cent. Below Lincoln's shoulder, you'll find his designer's initials, VDB, a small detail that adds authenticity. On the reverse, you'll see the classic Lincoln Memorial, which was used from 1959 to 2008 before the U.S. Mint switched to the new Lincoln bicentennial designs. Every line of the memorial, every column, every shadow holds detail that collectors analyze closely. Small die variations or minting errors can make a huge difference in value. The 2006 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. Earlier pennies, especially before 1982, were mostly copper-based, but after that, the U.S. Mint switched to zinc because copper became expensive. So even though the coin looks coppery, it's mostly zinc inside. That's why if you find a 2006 coin with full copper composition, it's likely an error, and that error could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Most 2006 pennies are only worth face value, just 1 cent. However, collectors are not just looking for the average penny. They're looking for perfection, rarity, and error coins. Some examples include double die errors where parts of the design appear double. Center strikes where the design isn't perfectly aligned, die cracks or bubbles under the plating, which make the coin unique. Proof like luster and sharp strike details. These coins can fetch $50 to $500 depending on grade. In MS68 red condition, a 2006 penny once sold for nearly $787.99, and some ultra-rare error coins can go even higher. In today's U.S. coin market, the grading of your coin matters the most. If your coin is graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, and it's labeled MS67 or MS68 red, you could be sitting on a hidden treasure. The grading scale runs from poor, P1, all the way up to mint state MS70. Most circulated coins fall between XF extremely fine and AU almost uncirculate, but the highest grade examples can bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Look for the mint mark D below the date. Examine the coin's color. Bright, fiery red coins are preferred over dull brown ones. Check for errors under magnification. Look for doubled letters, cracks, or bubbles. Weigh your coin. A copper penny weighs around 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. If your coin weighs 3.11 grams, you might have a rare transitional error coin. Keep your coins in protective cases. Even small scratches can reduce their value. Even though it's a modern coin, the 2006 Lincoln cent still connects us to more than a century of history. It represents America's long-standing tribute to Abraham Lincoln, the president who preserved the Union. the coin's design is one of the longest running in U.S. history, second only to the Jefferson nickel. For collectors, it's not just about the metal, it's about holding a piece of America's story in their hands. Believe it or not, many people have found valuable pennies in their pocket change. From the 1943 copper penny worth over $1 million, to the 1955 double-die cent, rare coins can appear anywhere. That's why checking every penny is so important, and your 2060 penny could be the next big discovery. You can sell or appraise your coins through Bay Coin Auctions, Heritage Auctions, PCGS or NGC certified marketplaces, local coin dealers or coin shows. But remember, always get your coin graded first to ensure you get the maximum value. Coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's an investment in history. As metal prices change and collectors search for high-quality examples, values continue to rise. The 2060 penny may not seem rare today, but as time goes on, high-grade versions will disappear into private collections, making them harder to find and more valuable. If you have a 2060 penny, go find it now. Check your drawers, jars, wallets, and if you find one with mint luster or a strange marking, share it in the comments below. We might feature your coin in our next video right here on Top Liberty Coins. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another episode where we uncover the hidden gold in everyday coins. We'll explore the rare error types found in the 2060 Lincoln cent, including the floating roof error, die cracks, and doubled mint marks that can increase your coin's value by hundreds of dollars. You won't believe how small minting mistakes can turn into big money opportunities. Stay tuned, because the treasure hunt has only just begun. Thanks for watching Top Liberty Coins, where history meets money. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes, that story is worth a fortune. I'm your host, and I'll see you in part 2, where we dig even deeper into the secrets of the 2060 Lincoln cent. Remember, always check your change, because you never know what kind of liberty is hiding in your pocket.